Hello and welcome back for part 28 of the Von Carstein Lord and Hero Only campaign. So last time I took out Carrick and I think there's a bunch of Skaven hiding in these ruins, but I'm not completely sure about that, so I was having this necromancer go take a look. Yeah, it's too bad that all these areas are the unpleasant climates. Like, those penalties are really... I was feeling this with the Tomb King's campaign I recorded as well. Yeah, the penalties just really build up, make it so much more slow and expensive to develop these regions. I mean, I guess the game's kind of telling you, as the vampire counts, you're just better off coming into the Empire, which makes sense. So I guess one question is, can I just hold Carrick and not worry about expanding further? If the Skaven over here, you know, just leave them to own devices. But that's going to be tricky because, yeah, characters and military presence is currently plus 30. I'm surprised there's an untainted... Yeah, I don't know quite what's going on with the corruption score. So what I'm going to do here is just, over the next few turns, I'll scout out the rest of this territory, and I'll have to decide whether I want to, like, you know, try and hold Carrick maintain, build up corruption and so on, try and maintain public order, or whether I want to take over the rest of the province, or, you know, what the plan is. But for now, I'll just have Vlad and Isabella stay here. Because I have a feeling that this Skaven clan that I really wasn't paying much attention to actually owns a ton of territory up here now. So, I don't particularly want to fight them. But having said that, I'm not currently at war with much of the Empire. Just, you know, bits of it. Yeah, speaking of which... let's have Manfred sack Krugenheim. Yeah, using Krugenheim as a sack city for a turn or two is a good idea. There was an army from Ostland that came down towards the Griffin Wood, but I think they withdrew. See if I can just check on that.
As you command.
Okay, I think they headed up north, although I can't find them.
More mausoleums to defile.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the army. It was a full stack, and I recognize this guy's name. So these
Do not waste
guys...
your time with petty talk. Make your offer and be done.
Okay, they're only at war with me and Clan Mulder. Interesting. Have I encountered Clan Mulder? I have.
Mangle experiment.
So they're at war with Ostland and Ostermark. They get on fine with Wintertooth. Wintertooth is at war with the other Skaven. I see. Yeah, not being able to see the which Skaven hold what territory is definitely making this a little more complicated, which is kind of the whole point of that mechanic. Wonder if I can make any kind of arrangement with Clan Mulder.
Fool.
Yeah, they're not interested.
Stupid experiment. Waste time.
The Empire.
Okay, I think something I'd like to understand is whether this is actually ruins or the Skaven colonized it. I have a feeling the Skaven probably colonized it, but I can come check on that. Actually, can this hero do it this turn?
Yes.
No, she can't. Alright. In that case, why don't you go join Isabella? Skill point I forgot to do.
Ready. By all means.
It's not that I'm kind of poorly set up to fight Skaven, like, compared to most factions, being ambushed is really, not most factions, I guess, I mean, compared to the case where you're playing normally and have units more than heroes and lords, I'm really not very susceptible to being ambushed.
A wise action.
But yeah, I think I'd like to make sure the dwarves are cleared out of here and here, and whether it's me or someone else that does that, I don't much mind. Then I think I want to look at taking out Zufbar, because that gives me the whole of this region here. I've got the 2 minor settlements, but Zufbar's the major one. This I don't care about at all. I could raise this or capture it. I'm just trying to sort of mark out boundaries for my territory. I'd really like to be in a position where I'm not like fighting wars on all fronts, which is what the game's felt like so far. And I definitely don't want to be moving against Reichland while I'm at war with people to the east. So, speaking of Reichland, they've got an army recruiting here.
The true von Carstein.
Alright, so I don't need to worry about being attacked imminently. Let's just go
Obliterate.
sack the city.
Attack.
I think this is a safe order resolve. And yeah, I'm not getting much for sacking it, but I really just want experience on my heroes. Great. Manfred, yeah, doing that one more turn will get Manfred to rank 18. Let's put him into raiding stance, I think.
Fight.
I mean, we don't generate much money, but that actually gets a bit of extra experience too. So... just continuing the pattern I've done on the Shadow and Deathlore vampires. So magic first for shadows, combat first for death, and then switch over. Or, well, I guess I haven't been going magic on death as a priority. There's always more points you can put into the combat line. Okay, so this vampire, she's got 3 more points. And she does have... I think she really has everything that's worth getting on the fighting side. She also has extra points in Soul Blight, because I wanted to test that spell out. Yeah, so let's just put the last few points into Spread Corruption. I think it's the one that sort of stacks best out of the extra skills down below. As in, it stacks across my multiple vampires, whereas I don't believe Replenishment does. I might be incorrect about that. In any case, I don't think... there's diminishing returns on more Replenishment, even if the points stack across heroes. Alright, so this vampire's in the same position. Okay, so I could have her grab Dark Benediction, but I think I'll just put 3 points into Spread Corruption too. Great. And I forgot to rank up over this way.
Carstein.
Sure, grab you a Hellsteed. Just have a quick check that I unequipped Hellsteeds before. Yeah, apart from one, just got it, obviously. And down in the south, there was this army of goblins that's marched into my territory that... it's kind of funny, they've got a whole bunch of tier 1 goblins and then Ragnarok spiders. It's a real, like, goblin and spider theme army. Which is, I'm sure is not intended, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, where they're going I don't know, but the fact they've force marched up to here, I'm pretty sure they're not really planning to attack me. I think I'll ignore them. Alright, this Necromancer has most of its stuff grabbed. Scouting looks good.
More sleep shines.
Alright, so bit of a slow few turns, just trying to get things fortified. I also noticed before I started recording that there's actually a plague spreading here in the south of the Empire, which is spread over to my city here in Averheim. So I mean, unfortunately there's not much I can do about that. Like, if it continues to spread, then we'll have public order and growth issues, but at least my armies are not there, and again, single entity armies have the advantage of just not being that vulnerable to the plague. So I definitely want to develop Needling and get walls up here. Yeah, Karakadrin I could do with the corruption building, but let's just see if there's anything that's a higher priority. Yeah, I've been putting money into other stuff, prioritizing other things over recruiting Banshees. I think that's still fine. So the Banshees have the Assassinate ability and the Black Army ability, which are both pretty neat, but well, they also have increased mobility, I didn't realise that. Yeah, that's a good set of skills for sure. I don't think they're so urgently needed though. I feel silly getting this to tier 4, they're not actually buying any tier 4 buildings, but I just think it's so important to get the lower tier settlements up to tier 2 and 3. Okay, so public order here, let's look at this for a second. So lack of corruption's the problem. Oh, and the Skaven corruption is winning out here. Okay.
Yes. An intriguing plan.
Just see if looks like Manfred could just about squeeze back into the Mordheim territory. Oh, he can. Alright, so that completely turns around the public order. Yeah, alright, that's worth doing. Where exactly he ends his turn obviously isn't that important. But I need to bear in mind that I'm not quite able to keep public order maintained here. Alright, getting this to tier 3 will help, because then I can do walls, corruption, upgrade this. Yeah, okay, let's just spend all my money on these 2 upgrades then. I think what happened there is I actually got a discount on that building because of a hero in Manfred's army. Yeah, making a decent amount of money.
Do you need fresh troops?
Just having a check through for the Hellsteeds on my heroes to make sure they're unequipped by default. It's kind of too bad there was not like interface options for mass unequipping mounts, but it's a bit much to ask when typically players aren't going to have so many heroes in one army. Okay, public order here is going to be pretty stable. Yeah, once we get these 2 to tier 3, get corruption down, get these upgraded, public order will be fine here, and Aborash will be able to move out. So, all looks good. Let's head on to turn 50. Just have a quick check of heroes. Yeah, nobody else to recruit. Okay, no sign of Ostland armies.
Thou hast nothing to offer me, monster.
You want a non-aggression pact. What's your relationship like with the other greenskins? Yeah, that's fine. Sure, I don't really want to come down here and fight these guys. I mean, they're very weak. I don't think they'll attack me. Yeah, this might actually slightly improve relations with, say, the Bloody Hand and Grimgore, who I wouldn't mind making some agreements with as well. Kind of along the lines of, you know, you guys stay over here, and we'll stay up here and not fight each other. Good luck getting that message through the Grimgore. Okay, so this lord was wounded in a battle at Valdenhof against some dwarves, I remember. He's back. Alright. So let's just start by moving heroes.
Night.
Just check the geography again. Yeah, Nashrak Slayer and Khazid Irkulaz.
I will not betray. This will be
So Skaven won't be happy if I come and explore here, but I need to know what's going on. Yeah, and the Skaven do have it. Okay, so it's only a rank 2. Yeah, I think there's some funny labeling going on because I look at this and it says Skaven Corruption, Osmosis 2 Events 4. But this, which was kind of making me think, oh, maybe the Skaven don't actually have this territory. But then I look at this building, right, and they've got this, which adds 1 Skaven Corruption, and this, which adds 1. So I think there's some just bug with mislabeling, because it should say Buildings 2. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the public order.
ready.
Or the, the corruption. Right, so now the question is, what do I want to do with Karak Kadrin? It's going to be a nuisance to hold in the face of escalating Skaven corruption and the fact that the buildings are just more expensive and take longer to get going. I could abandon it, which I don't feel great about doing.
Join me for dinner.
Yeah, it's going to be a few turns, probably 3 turns to get up to Karak Raziak. Do they have any troops here? Oh, they do. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, taking this out would be good. Skaven might be on the way to doing that as well, I guess. Okay, let's next just run the search back in Nagenhof 2. My guess is we're going to find Skaven here as well.
Do you need
Indeed. Well, I think one possibility with Manfred
Come, impress me.
is to make my way up towards Betchafen and try and take that and take out Ostermark. Yeah, let's look at this. They have troops recruiting. Manfred does not have... Yeah, Manfred doesn't have rank 18 yet, but that's okay.
Thou darest.
You can get it on the way, I think. I can either finish a turn raiding in Ostermark territory or fight a battle before the siege battle. Yeah, I need to remember he doesn't have lightning strike either, that's right. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about letting Ostland have Krugenheim. Although, I could just come down and raise it, I suppose. Yeah, there's no great rush to come up and deal with Ostermark. I don't think that the Skaven are going to be
you come
going
to
after
us,
them.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's the
Want
Dwarves and
something only
Wintertooth they're
we
at war with.
provide. What you but a deal?
Yeah, they're going to be unhappy because of these hero actions. Yeah, minus 48. Jeez. Well, I had to find out what was going on. Yeah, so let's attack here and raise Krugenheim, and then head up north to go after Ostermark. Griffin Woods. Yeah, basically just abandoning this, unfortunately. I'll tax it for another couple of turns and just leave it.
Foe is patient. I veto this. Kill them. Raise them.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to hold this easily, so just get rid of it.
Destruction.
Turn of followers and rank 18. So, Zombie Dragon. And the nice thing about that is he now has... Well, in amongst these traits, he does have Siege Attacker. So second army that can just go straight after walled settlements, which is exactly what I wanted. Oh, did I just mess that up? No, I already have the high level necromancer. Okay. Yeah, I thought for a second, oh, I shouldn't have passed on Wind of Death, but that's fine. Yeah, so you're just picking up extra points in magic that I probably will never use, but may as well grab. Yeah, this army's seriously high level, powerful. Yeah, this one can go after Wind of Death. And you get evasion. Great. Yeah, take a bit of attrition for a turn, but won't be a problem there.
I am unstoppable.
So what's the plan over here? If I move out of the settlement, I break even on public order. If I leave the settlement entirely, I start to lose. Where does this territory end? Oh, it's only over here. Ah, that's too bad. Yeah, so the Skaven presumably have this. Well, one possibility. Yeah, I was about to say one possibility is just to attack the Skaven myself, like try and take all this territory from them, but I'm just wary of doing that when it's not so useful for me anyway.
Champion of the dark.
Okay, Isabella, what are you up to next? I think I'd rather put points into her personal combat line. You can grab a Hellsteed. Should we go after Karak Raziak? Yeah, let's go after Karak Raziak.
Bow before me. Into darkness. Bend to my will.
Let us
Yeah, public order is going to go down once we leave, but not. I mean, it's not terrible already. We should be fine. You can also turn off the taxes. So definitely have stuff to build here. Would like to get the corruption going. Just, I think I have one more hero I can move. My White King. Oh, you have a level up. Oh, that's right, because he gains experience from exploring the Skaven settlement. Guess I'll keep this hero up in this vicinity, just try and get a sense of what's happening. Ooh. Okay, I have the choice of making these vampires immortal. I'm inclined to do that even if they don't have completely sort of optimized traits, because it won't be too long before I'm able to just churn out more vampires from increasing the hero capacity through recruiting and disbanding lords at rank 4. So they get straight to the Children of Night. So I'm not going to be too... I don't think I'm going to be too fussy about the traits. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, I think I'm happy just giving immortality to the vampires that make it to rank 20. Since I'm not able to recruit them close to that high rank, I think they're just a bit too valuable to, you know, risk losing permanently. The fact that, you know, Lord plus high level hero stack, if I lose a battle and they all get wiped out, if they're all just wounded and they come back in 4 or 5 turns, like obviously it's a setback, but it does mean that long term I don't lose out in the way I would if I had to re-recruit and retrain them. So I think that is all fine.
You There.
Alright, let's look at buildings. Griffin Wood. I can let just deteriorate one more turn. So the moot, I can go for walls. Alternatively, I could replace this building slot with this. +2, yeah, with the idea being that I get to boost vampiric corruption in neighbouring provinces too. There's nothing else I could really... it's really worth building here. So everywhere around the moot has walls. So does that mean I don't need them in here? I guess the same question applies for Fort Oberstyre. Since I already have walls in the fort, I won't destroy them, but I think I will go ahead and demolish this now and build the building for the vampiric corruption, just because that can boost vampiric corruption in all the surrounding territory as well, which includes Stirland and Averheim, where public order is not terrible, but not fantastic either. Okay, nothing needs to be done as a high priority over this way. Same here. I could unlock more necromancer slots, but I don't think it's really worth the money. Could also do more corruption here. That's 4,000 gold. I think more corruption here is probably a higher priority. Don't think I want to make that investment. Okay, Bonhoff can get to tier 2, that's good. And what does this want to be? Probably just growth, at least until I get tier 3, tier 5 sorted out. Okay, so that's all my money spent, all my heroes moved. Yep, looks good. Ah, this hero can still move. Yeah, I feel like everything's been very quiet on the Western Front. Reichland is still busy fighting other people, which is great, but having a hero to just wander around, keep an eye on things, is good. Okay, this is a necromancer who's wounded. And he's come back, which is actually pretty good timing, because I can have him scout up towards Karak Raziak. Alright, there's an army over this way. So, do they just own... They presumably just own all of whatever's out this way. Yeah, so Desolation of Drakenmoor. And these must be up in the north. Okay. So what do I need this necromancer to do? Maybe come south towards Grand Peak, Mount Gumbad, because, as I was saying before, Zufbara I would like to capture to complete this region. This region's not great climate-wise as well, but at least it's adjacent to Drakenhof, so I get the economy boost from it being, you know, Drakenhof capital building.
Your wish,
Okay, so now what am I doing?
If you think it is wise.
Alright, seems like there's a river crossing here. that just takes all my movement.
I am going.
Oh no, hold on. Have I just put the Necromancer...
Very well.
Yeah, I've just put the
It is
Necromancer in a
done.
silly position. Alright, well, whatever.
I shall go.
Yeah, force marching here I don't think is a huge risk. Even if we're attacked, I'm not particularly concerned. The dwarves just... There's just a limit to how strong the dwarves can be here, realistically. Okay. So might need one more turn before being able to launch the attack, but should be close. Yeah, now public order's dropping. How much do I care about that? Vampiric Corruption's still working its way up. And there's 8 points from the faction boost once I get down to -76 or lower. And there's another 2 points to come off from provincial instability. You know, a good building to build here would actually be this. Yeah, reduce the penalty for lack of corruption. In any case, I don't think I'm at the point where I need to turn off the taxes just yet.
More mausoleums to defy.
Okay, why don't you take a look at this way, see if we can see any Skaven goings on.
Pits.
Looks like the Skaven took the Kislev off the off Norska, or Norska managed to let it revolt, which is also a possibility. Alright.
As you command.
So Ostland, I think, withdrew their armies up to the north because they're actually under more direct threat here. Let's
Do not
see,
waste my time. What?
4 territories. What are we looking at? I'm not seeing yellow anywhere else. That's interesting. There must be... Oh, okay, yeah, they could be out this way. I think I see, actually, this yellow outline just before the fog of war. Sure. Alright, Manfred can head up towards Griffinwood.
Move.
What's the best way to get over to
Bring the
Ostmark?
night.
Go that way round. Alright. I think...
It is night.
Yeah, I'm confident enough that there's no enemy armies here to force march.
Strike out.
There's actually... Yeah, look at that boost to public order. 43 points to public order in one turn between Manfred and Isabella. That's really funny. Oh, I put a pointed specialist on this Necromancer. Okay, well, never mind. I guess I had in mind, yeah, using him as a pure scout and not bothering to develop his magic, but whatever. So the plague spread down in the south, which is keeping Viseland and the Golden Order busy, which is probably good for me, and it hasn't spread on my side of things up from Averland. Yeah, 2 more turns, so hopefully it's contained. Alright, so let's do another round of construction. I know this is a bit boring, but it's actually kind of a welcome break from all the action earlier in the campaign to just be looking at economy and not frantically fighting battles, having settlements taken and having to recapture them again and again. So we can get this up to tier 3, that's 4,000. Let's look at other options. Could do the Banshee building in Drakenhof. And nothing else is a priority. Oh, the Moot. I can get the... Let's get corruption down. Which is here. Okay. Alright, looks good. Oh, Karak Raziak just got blown up. Guess Clan Goodus beat us to it. Alright. Well, that's fine. In that case, I guess I can have Vlad and Isabella move down towards Zufbar. Just leave Manfred in the north. I think that's okay. It's slightly risky. The Skaven attacking me they'd probably be able to gain a reasonable amount of territory before I could bring enough troops to bear on them, but I don't think they're super likely to attack right now, at least. Okay, we picked up extra income. Oh, before that, hero in action success chance or hero action cost down. Well, it's only for a couple of turns, and I'm unlikely to use hero actions, but I guess exploring ruins I'm paying the cost, but because all the ruins have Skaven, you don't actually pay it. I'll just go for this. Okay. Oh right, so I may have left it a turn too late to abandon Griffin Wood, but that's fine. It's just going to be a generic vampire revolt. It won't end up with Dryker's faction coming back or anything. So, yeah, so I think I should have done this last turn. Yeah, unfortunately, turning off the taxes isn't quite enough to stop it from revolting. What do I have here as a garrison, even? Oh. Okay. A generic vampire revolt might not attack this in the same turn. I have 4 units of Graveguard, vampire. In any case, I'm really not worrying too much about it.
Do you need fresh troops?
Let's have a look at what's happening down at Beckhafen.
Come, impress me.
So if I were to make this attack, what am I looking at movement-wise? Okay, I can do it in 2 turns. That looks good. What if I move to here and went into raiding stance? I probably can't quite reach the next turn though. Oh, hold on, I'm still in my own territory here. Wait a second, I'm not taking attrition damage. Oh, right, because yeah, I'm in their territory, but they share the region with me, and so the corruption's just built up and built up. Okay, in that case, easy decision to just walk up further and go into ambush stance. I'm not actually at war with these people, so what I'm doing is a little,
Follow me.
well, I don't know, rude.
Thus was my plan.
But no need to declare war before I'm actually going to start fighting them.
Deliver your missive and then get from my presence.
They're actually at war with Nordland. The Empire factions being at war with each other has definitely helped a bit this campaign.
My consent.
Yeah, Karl Franz is still at war with Nordland too. Although not many other people.
Your wish, master.
Yes, there's a full stack here.
Raise Sigma.
See if I can... Oh, maybe I should declare war now and possibly draw them out of there.
Deliver your missive
Yeah, I
and
kinda
then
like
get
that
from my
idea.
presence.
So Ostland don't like me, but I'm already at war with Ostland, so that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. The only reason, yeah, like I say, the reason to do it a turn before I'm actually attacking is just that
I'll ignore that.
I could draw this army out and not have to fight it at the same time as the garrison. Okay, so if I'm moving Isabella and Vlad down to Zufbar, what is the fastest way to do that? It's just to come straight through Drakenhof, right? Yeah, okay. guess I can't really come via Karakadrin. No. Doesn't really make sense, does it?
Now, follow me.
Sometimes it's a bit hard to see which paths through the mountain terrain are actually accessible.
My axe. The days.
Alright, so you're only at war with Grimgor,
End times
and he's
come,
not actually
and he
in any
is
of the adjacent
proof.
territories. You've just had armies presumably sitting in your 2 regions. Fair enough. So they've actually sat all their troops over in
Wisdom of the layer.
the weaker, or the minor settlement rather than the capital,
My axe thirsts for war.
which isn't probably the way around you'd want to do it, but there we go.
Devourer of light.
This night,
Now let's see. Do I need this necromancer to
The true von Carstein.
do any scouting?
now.
I don't really want to explore more of the Skaven ruins because it's just going to worsen public order for no great reason. I could have someone, I could have someone scout up into Norska, or possibly go west and just see what's happening over here, but that probably wouldn't be a job for that necromancer. This one on the other hand. Sure, let's just wander over west, see what's up. So Throg has Erengrad.
Despoil and ravage.
Interesting.
All the world is meat for my grinder. You first.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy that he's at war with Clan Gudis. And there was just sort of a alliance of all the evil factions up in the north that could turn against me at some point. So,
Who shall we destroy?
yeah, why don't you just head up in this general direction as well?
Awaits.
Okay, so lack of corruption is -11, so we do need to mitigate that. And I think the building I mentioned, yeah, it's not too expensive. It takes a long time to build, but I think I should go for this. Okay, let's just pick technology. Actually tempted by increasing diplomatic relation here. Yeah, I think I can wait on everything else. So Cragmere can get to tier 3, that's good. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Fortunately, it's expensive. One trick I could potentially do, or look to do with my necromancers, is to focus on the trait that gives a discount on building costs, and have a bunch of necromancers like out of the army, but just moving on the campaign map from region to region, and making my construction costs a lot cheaper. Although I've sort of slightly, you know, turned down the priority on getting more necromancer slots, just because one, you know, the second one in each army isn't doing so much, and I only need so many to scout with, but it is a consideration to just have like a discount crew. Alright, forgot to move this necromancer, but that's fine. He wasn't doing anything super urgent. Huh, wonder what triggered that to happen. Oh, that's down in the south, right? Oh yeah, okay. The necromancer who just moved, yeah, I see now. Yeah, so I think Clan Spittle are at war with Vissenland. Ooh. Full Skaven stack just came to the underway outside Karakadrin. It's a little ominous. And yeah, I was correct. It's a generic, just a generic vampire revolt, which is probably not strong enough to launch this attack on the turn it appears. I'm hoping that's the case. Oh, look at this. Wow, I was definitely smart to make that war declaration, because they don't see Manfred's army here, and they just see like easy targets. Yeah, this is an ambush battle. Obviously they have most of a full army, but it's on force march and being ambushed. So let's go for it. Yeah, this worked way better than I expected. I was thinking they might leave the city, but not just sort of bulldoze into me like this. One issue with the dragon for Manfred is it does make him a really good missile target for the handgunners. So I've got to be aware of that. Okay. So they've got great cannons and artillery, a bunch of other stuff at the back that doesn't matter too much. Handgunners, and then lines of infantry. I think I just want to deploy at the head of the column, go for their general, and roll up their infantry front to back, and can drop down a beautiful Wind of Death with my Necromancer.
These lands are mine.
Yeah, so I'll have Manfred more or less leading the assault at from the front, but like I was just saying, I do need to watch his
The living will join us.
health bar.
Necromancer.
Okay, and I only have one high rank Necromancer in the army, but that's fine. I only need one. Lots and lots of magic, that's going to be amazing.
Noble of the night.
You have some random magic items, that's fine.
The living will join
I
us.
think people with Arcane Conduit.
The living will join us.
Yeah, so that's 7.
What? Your desire?
And other little minor boosts, but probably don't need to worry too much about that. Okay.
Thy serve me.
Should I deploy on both sides and come in from both sides? Yeah, I think it's fine.
Mortals quail.
Vampire.
What? The gift of death.
That's gonna go not particularly well. They sort of redeployed more effectively than I was hoping, but not to worry.
The summoning begins. Necromancer.
Yeah, make sure everyone stays together.
A new order comes.
Thy cure is
Manfred is indeed taking quite a bit of damage. And their lord's broken, that's fine. Okay.
We are immortal.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was meaning with Manfred on the dragon being too easy to target. I don't really need him in the fight, frankly. Let's just pull him back. Yeah, so unsurprisingly we've made a complete mess of their troops here.
Before us will perish.
Wind of Death claims another ton of victims back over there.
Our time is
Yeah,
now.
the Empire troops are just not having
I'm in your
much fun here. Should have used my Shadow Dragon Breath or
The dead are mine.
Zombie Dragon Breath, but not to worry.
By Van Hell's will.
Broke their general again. Okay, we're not going to catch him, that's fine.
Lead them.
I don't think we need to do too much more to get the army losses.
Blood magic.
Necromancer.
I dominion. O Lord.
Now.
Your desire?
Death. Ha ha
get caught up with those handgunners or huntsmen.
We surpass Nagash. I am the true emperor.
Yeah, most of those units are not coming back, so I kind of only need to really actually throw down summon skeletons for once. Probably don't really need to do that, I guess. Yeah, summon skeletons take a little while, or zombies take a little while to shamble out of the ground. Which is understandable, but makes them tricky to position effectively.
Your time has come.
Alright,
All life
third
must
time lucky
end.
for actually finishing off their general.
Necromancer.
Keep
Die, mortal.
maybe dies to that Spirit Leech, not sure.
Find me if you dare.
Harvest them.
Okay, Manfred can definitely win in this combat against war wagons, that's not a problem.
Necromancer.
And I don't need to run this army down because we're at force march. So that looks good. Guess the question is just whether I have enough magic to full heal Manfred
Address me as
before the battle ends. Probably do.
Necromancer. The living will join us. Winds of death.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. Alright, very good. Oop. Not too good enough, or not good enough for a replay save, but just a misclick. Yeah, I think the second... The Assault of Stone against the clump of infantry, second Wind of Death, killing so many of their missile units. It's just so hard for the enemy forces to deploy in the ambush battle. So that really was perfect setup. The Empire armies are just not well suited to dealing with us at all, as I've mentioned and I think demonstrated in the past. Oh, nice lot of money. Yeah, definitely grab that. Ostland. Okay. This is... not sure about this decision making. Sort of, now that we're revealed, they're just feeding us force marched armies. Oh dear, the AI. What can you do? Alright, they've pulled back to Zufbar. I guess I spoke too soon about them defending the wrong settlement. So, Griffinwood revolted, and then I abandoned it straight away. So I actually got the 1200 money from the abandonment, which is good. And like I said, it was just a generic vampire bolt, so no danger of Dryker coming back. I think 30% is the corruption threshold for that. Yeah, I don't know. Ostland's just
I will not obey. I will not obey.
throwing their armies away here.
I'll take Sigmar's throne.
And I guess they left them within reinforcement range of one another, but
No, I'll ignore that.
I'm confident we can kill them no problem. Gone for so many war wagons of mortars, it's really funny. Anyway, I think I'll tackle that fight at the start of the next part. Thanks for watching and bearing with a bit of a slower paced part of the campaign. And I'll see you next time.